Tour of Watopia. Wow, was not expecting this. I was like 2.5 beers in. Thought I was gonna go for some sort of 20-minute easy cruise on Zwift, and I log in, and they're like, "Race starting in 20 minutes." I'm like, "Oh, dang, I should do it." So I ran around, got all my stuff ready. Mark, set, go! Right off the front. What's happening? So I don't know if this was my internet being a problem or Zwift server overloaded by people. I think there ended up being like 560 people in this race. Look at all those people. They're all so half of them went left, the other half turned right. And these people are flying in from outer space. So it's kind of hard to press on when you don't know if you're on the right course or what's happening or if it's all going to crash. So I'm pedaling kind of half-heartedly, losing positions. Those people, they're all pulling away. I'm like, well, shoot, like what place am I even in? So I'm like, oh, let's jump up 440, whatever. Oh, then they're all gone. Oh, but then they're all back. I was thinking of like the, what is it, the Manhattan, Philadelphia project when they say this ship went through time, space, whatever, wormhole and came back and the guys were implanted in the ship decking. That's what I was thinking here. But we seem to be going now. This is kind of a grind up this little climb off of Ocean Boulevard. But I don't know what place I'm in at all. And I don't know where the route's going. I have no idea what this route's doing. I know it's 17 miles. And I know the climbs are later, just reading for whatever that means. It was a headline I saw, like, so I knew this wasn't a big climbing deal. Oh, then they're all gone again. That's cool. And then those guys go left, I go right. Then these guys come bombing from the bushes over here, like they're taking some wicked shortcut. So, it's kind of hard to stay motivated because this is a hard effort as these people are going. And then they're all gone again. I'm like, God dang it. So I'm kind of giving up. Look, I'm giving up. Kind of came to a stop, basically. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll log in next in an hour. But then all these people are going by me. Like 97th place, 99th place, 103rd. Oh my God. So then I'm just like, oh my gosh. Back into it. Now look at that blob up there. They had all their momentum. They go past me. And I am trying to catch them. I'm in this subgroup trying to catch that group. Burning man, look at 400, 450. I'm basically in 100th. Caught this little group. The group in each group was aggressive. Every single group you'd catch was aggressively trying to catch the next group. See that group up there? I'm trying to get them. And then they turn for a downhill, so now I know they're just going to slip away on the downhill, but I'm giving it. Jump 600 trying to catch them. I'm like heroically trying to catch that group. I don't know why, trying to break top 100 at this point. Burning candles, 400 watts occasionally, and they're pulling away, and I'm kind of like, but I knew this hill. So there they are, there's the dust cloud. So I'm giving her up the hill, 500, 550, got them. Oh my God, look we're 8 minutes into the race, and I'm like dead. What is that, 3 miles in on a 17-mile race. And I'm like, oh my God, that was too much. That was a dumb way to start a race. But we're into it now, and I'm warmed up. We're coming up, and again, I don't know where we're going exactly. I'm just you're just picking off people. Look, I'm in 99th. And each group you'd roll into was aggressively trying to catch the next group, so it was kind of fun to just overtake all these people. This is the grind up the backside, the hilly loop, I guess it would be called, the KOM. And I'm just trying to stay with the group. Periodically, you know how it is, you have periods of like, oh God, I gotta slow down, but then you get it back again, like kind of the active recovery. I don't really like this climb, honestly. It's kind of like the way it drags out. You're kind of like, oh my god. It's not that long, but it's not that steep, but it just kind of goes on. Oh, now it's raining. Great. I hate biking in the rain. Caught the group, top of the hill, officially exhausted, 15 minutes, trying to rest. Quick rest, 60 watts. Everyone's kind of like, holy cow. And again, I don't know where we're going, but now I'm just obviously trying to stay with the group. And we end up rolling, turning right, heading out to the desert. I'm like, oh god, it's desert or Titans Grove. I don't know where we're going. And I'm like, please don't go up Titans. I knew I was dead already. I knew the desert I would be able to hang with the group, hopefully. So boom, we go past Titans. I'm like, okay, I know what we all kind of settled into a blob. Though this blob was quite aggressive. You know, I don't know, there's 20 or 30 of us in this thing. You couldn't really rest. You had to be actively. Now, this is the first time I've raced Zwift since they redid the drafting algorithm, and I noticed it. I don't know if it's more realistic or whatever, but it felt like it was kind of, there was less jostling. I don't know. It was I mean, high speed looks like there's a lot of jostling, but it felt more. You didn't punch off the front as much. It was easier to stay in the group, but it was also easier to fall off the back. Like, look, this whole time I'm trying to just not fall off the back. I think I was used to the old style. I knew I had to hold it to this climb. Again, I know this climb, and I know at the top of it we're either going to go right into Titans Grove, and if we do, that's the end of me. And if we go left, back down the flats, I've got a chance to stay with some people. I mean, 32 minutes in, and my overall watts on the whole race was only like 308, but the first 15 minutes I had like 5 or 6 of these epic pushes to like 500-600 watts that generally I don't do, try not to do, but it was just such a sporadic thing. So I am kind of falling off the tail of this group on the climb. This is kind of all I really got. Then I pull up to the top and I see we're not going right. I'm like, thank God. So now I know, look, they're going, there's that blob. So I do one final like jump, trying to catch the blob. 450, 460, 470. But the blob's now drafting away from me down the hill. It's pretty much impossible to catch a blob on the downhill, is what I figure. So then I give up, and I know I'm now in another subgroup. These dudes, look, there's like 5 of us. Now we're kind of just working together. And I'm just watching the clock. I know we're winding things down. And I kind of guess where we're going now. I know there's a final climbs coming up here. But anyone, that's the thing in this little draft group, anyone could be sprinting for the finish. You don't know who's who and what's happening. So we got this little climb back up to the intersection. And this is when you're trying to break some people, so I give her a little juice up this hill. I mean, we're what? Half a mile, 3/4 mile out. So I know we're going to that finish banner there on downtown Main Street or whatever. I'm jumping up the hill, seeing who's following. But look, I'm 318. I'm tired. This dude's giving chase. He gets a little punch. He's testing me. I'm like, God dang it. So I got to jump on it to catch him. And this guy, to his credit, played it perfectly because he's up there. He sees, I'm chasing him. He kind of knows I'm chasing him. I catch him, and here I think I might have broke him, and I'm going to power on by. Because I know the finish, we're like 1/4 mile. I'm 700 feet out. I'm like, oh God. So I'm trying to push on by and just keep going. And then he does his power watt, now we're sprinting.
pretty much hell on earth. What a brutal start. First 20 minutes is like a FTP test, followed by another FTP test. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and the like button.